guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a tutorial on these invisible locks. Quick disclaimer, I did not create this concept. I basically saw a short little tutorial on Instagram and I was like, I'm gonna try that out. And I figured I would just film my process of using that video on Instagram, just showing you guys how it was for me and adding any additional tips that I found helpful when trying to do this style. So if you're interested in seeing how I installed these, please keep watching. Oh, I forgot to add that this is a week later. Life got away from me, guys. Like, no, I mean, it took me a while. And by the time I finished, I was tired. I didn't feel like getting all dolled up to film the intro and the outro, so that's why it's a week later. But at least this way you can kind of see how the style holds up. The way that it's going so far, probably, I don't think it'll be able to stay in a whole month. We'll see. If I can keep it in a month, that'd be great, but we'll see. But yeah, I'm rambling. Let's get into the tutorial. So I ordered this hair off of Amazon and it was perfect because it was exactly all the hair that I needed for this style. It came with 6 bundles rolled up like that. And I ordered 16 inches in the color 2. Also need a crochet needle. You will also need rubber bands, as well as some braiding gel and edge control. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys how I sectioned my hair, like pre-parting and sectioned to make this as fast as possible. So this was my first section. I do want to note that in this section, I'm going to have 2 rows, as well as in this section, I'm going to cut my Marley hair in half and use half the length of the hair to save hair. Okay, here's how I pre-parted and sectioned off the rest of my hair. I tend to do this for most of my protective styles. I find it's just the easiest way to part and move along the hair the fastest. All right, so I went ahead and the first night I did this first section and it really allowed me to practice the technique. I probably redid these 2 times trying to make sure that it was tight enough and looked well. But yeah, I definitely always recommend practicing in the back so that by the time you make it to the front, you're a pro at it. So yeah, now I'm going to walk you step by step on how to do the invisible lock. All right, so for each lock, this is about the size section that I parted. So once you have that parted, you are going to split that right down the middle and put one section to the side while you work on the first half. Okay, so then you're going to split off a small section at the bottom about this size, and we're going to pin up the top part so that we can braid this small little section. And you don't have to braid it all the way down, but you want to do a good amount so that it does not unravel and that the Marley hair that you're going to crochet through, is able to stay anchored to that position. So now I'm going to crochet one strand of the Marley hair through my little braided section. So once that's through, I'm going to unclip the top part of that section, add some braiding gel to smooth it out, and then I'm going to twirl towards my face. That's typically on this side of my head, I twirled this way. On the other side of my head, I twirled the opposite way towards my face. And I'm going to keep twirling until I get to the bottom and twirling in that Marley hair along with my little braid to form a little lock. And then I'm going to clip that up and I'm going to do the exact same thing on that other half of this section. I will say that for both sections that you're going to twist together, you want to twirl the hair in the same direction or it's not going to twist correctly. So that makes it easy. So just remember, same direction for both sections. So once I have that second section, I'm going to unclip my first and we're going to start the 2-strand twist. This can be tricky. Sometimes you'll twist in the opposite direction and you'll know it's wrong because you'll start to untwirl what you've already twirled. But when you do it correctly, it feels right, and you just continue to twirl the hair as you 2-strand twist it. If you know how to 2-strand twist, I hope that makes sense, because that's all this part of it really is. So I'm gonna feed in a 3rd strand of hair. So for each of my 2-strand invisible locks, I use 3 strands of hair, and I'm just gonna twist that in, or I should say twirl that in the same direction that I've been doing, and twist, and it should go in pretty seamlessly. Sometimes if it's not tight enough, you just need to try it again, move it up a little and try it again. So I'm going to continue to 2-strand twist this a little bit past the length that I'm going for my bob, just so that I can wrap it back up and secure it with a rubber band. So I'm going to speed through that clip. As you can see, I twisted it past the length, and I'm just trying to see exactly where I'm going to start to twirl it up as I am demonstrating here. Once I have the position just right, I go ahead and put that rubber band on there as tight and as secure as I can. I really want to cut off the hair right where it meets the twist, so that, you know, it looks as seamless and neat as possible. And then once I have the rubber band securely on there, I'm going to get my scissors and cut as close to the twist, at the same time avoiding the rubber band so that it doesn't break. And this is what it should look like. All right, I included a sped up clip just showing you guys again for another view. This is the other side of my head, and as you can see, I'm going to be twisting towards my face, so this is a different direction than the other side. So yeah, now I am twisting towards my face on this side. I guess looking at the screen, I'm twisting towards the left on this side, and on the other side I was twisting towards the right. And then I already had the first part of that section prepped, and now I'm going to 2-strand twist. So here you'll see where I added in the Marley hair, but it wasn't, you know, going in as seamlessly as I would have liked. So I just take it off, just move it up a little bit, and then try again. Another thing that might help, sometimes if you try to add it in underneath and it's not working, try adding it on top of the twist. So this is the final look. Can you drop a shirt emoji in the comment section if you notice this is the 3rd shirt, the 3rd shirt I've had in this tutorial. But hey, sometimes you think a style is going to take you 1 day and it takes you 3, okay? Don't judge me. At least my hair is done. All right, but yeah, showing you guys the final look of my invisible locks. I really like the way that it came out. As you can see, in some sections I tried to change the orientation of how I twisted the lock, because I think, you know, natural locks, they don't all look exactly the same and symmetrical all the time. They have different forms and shapes sometimes, so that's what I was going for with switching it up like that. That is a look at the back. As you can see, pre-parting the way that I did, you know, really helps make the parts as straight as possible, you know, keeping in mind that you are parting your own hair, so it won't be perfect. But yeah, this was Alright guys, so that is my tutorial. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you found it helpful. Even with the whole process of doing everything, I definitely could see myself doing this style again, especially now that I know exactly what I'm doing and I don't have to, you know, figure things out along the way. I would definitely do the style again. I'm loving it. Like I said earlier, it's been a week. I've gotten so many compliments on this hairstyle. I just love the way it looks. It's like the perfect length. It's cute, it's versatile. I really am loving the style, so I definitely would do it again. I will say though, from the future me, just a heads up, make sure you keep some rubber bands on hand because I've had a couple of them pop and I've had to reinstall the rubber band. So that's one downside, I would say. But yeah, other than that, I really do love this style. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and this tutorial. If you did, please be sure to like the video so that I know. Please make sure you're subscribed. I am almost at 800 subscribers. Like, I've been trying to get to 800 for the longest. It's been a struggle, but make sure you're subscribed. Like I said, leave some questions. If you have any questions about the style, what I used, how I used it, leave it down below and I'll be sure to answer. And I think that's everything. So I will see you guys in my next video.